What's up everybody, Double G Bassin here, back with another video. And today, I would want you guys to tell me what the heck you see right there. To you, it looks like a pile of sticks, right? But not to me. To me, this is an opportunity. To me, that's a work of art. And I bet every single outdoors person at one point in time has thought to themselves, man, if I got lost in the woods, do I have what it takes to survive? Would I make it or would I not? Would I get food or would I not? Stuff to think about. It's fun too. And right now, I'm gonna teach you guys a super effective way to make a primitive bushcraft fishing pole with no rods, no reels, no hooks. All you need is a stick, fishing line, and worms. And probably a knife too. You can find worms, and for your fishing line, you can use animal hides, plants like nettle is really good, and then there are some other options as well. But today, I'm just gonna be using regular fishing lines. I still wanted to give you guys another option for that. If you guys wanted to try it that way as well, that would be super cool. But I am gonna sift through this pile, find my fishing rod, and I'll teach you guys how to make it. Let's go. So when you're looking for a fishing pole like this, you're gonna wanna look for something that is nice and thick, that is gonna stay sturdy when you hook into a fish. So nothing like this, because that is probably gonna snap. But right here, I'm looking at one very particular piece of stick. This guy right here. It's nice and thick, and if we cut it down a little bit, it's not gonna be too heavy. So I'm thinking I'll snap it off like right here, and then we can have this nice straight piece to use as our fishing rod. I think that's gonna work great, so let's get that out of there and cut it up. Alright folks, so now we got the rod done. Now what's the next step in catching a fish? You got the rod. This is our reel right here. It's the hook. So how the heck are you gonna make a hook out of sticks? It's called a gorge. It's very simple. There's many ways to do it, but I'm gonna show you my favorite way today. So first things first, for this one, so for the hook, you're gonna wanna find a hardwood. And you can tell the difference between a hard and soft wood if you take your fingernail and stick it into the wood. If it makes a big indent from your fingernail, that's soft wood. Now hardwood, you'll get a little outline of your nail, but it's not gonna sink in at all. So that's what you wanna use for your gorge hook today. So let's go find some. Since I already know that this is all hardwood, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for little sections of straight. So like this part right here, this part right here, this part right here, these little short, tiny short sections, those could all be gorges. This is also gonna be another gorge, just little short pieces of hardwood like this. So now we got a few of them. You always wanna make extra. And now we're gonna go shape these into gorges. So let's get it. All right, so now we got our short little piece of hardwood here, and we have a small knife. So first off, you just wanna get all of the bark off. So slowly start shaving this down, and be careful because they are super fragile and it will be pretty easy to snap these. So just go ahead and get all the bark off. Now once most of the bark is off, what you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna sharpen each side of these. And just for a little pointer here, this should be a fingernail and a half. And it's gotta be a lot thinner than this as well. Just keep on shaving while making both of these sides pointy. And now this is the finishing touch. You have this little tiny skinny piece of wood, and you cut it up into this small little thing called a gorge. And it's got to be sharp on both sides, about a fingernail and a half, maybe even a little less. and super thin, because if you make it too big, it's just gonna float on the top of the water, and therefore it's not gonna be effective. So now what you want to do, you just want to take your little knife and very gently just create a little divot on where you are gonna put your line, so you can tie that line right around this little divot. Very gently, because you definitely don't want to snap this thing after you've worked so hard on it. And there you have it. That is your gorge. So now you want to tie the line around the middle part so it stands just like this when it gets dropped in the water. And the line will be right in the middle here. So let's go tie it up and let's go fishing. Alright folks, so we made it to the pond here. Got the gorge all tied on. Now the next step, we're just going to throw some worms on and hopefully we can get this done. Never done it before. I'm thinking tonight is going to be the night that we're able to pull it off. So let's get this rigged up. There we go. It's all rigged up. So the idea here is the fish, it'll come and swallow it, and you're gonna have to let them eat it for a while before you set the hook. The idea is that it'll get lodged in their throat when they are in the middle of swallowing it, and then you'll have your fish. So that's what we're gonna try to do here. First cast, here we go. Ooh, there's some fish. Yep, right there. There was a bass right down there. He didn't want anything to do with it. So I just tossed a bobber on just to see if that might make my life a little bit easier. Nope, lost my worm. Oh, this is gonna be hard. I'm coming to learn. Be prepared to lose your worm a lot, because this is just kind of difficult to keep a worm on for some reason. I'm trying to figure out where to throw this thing. There's a little bass over there. Come on, baby. Oh, God. Guys. I think I got a fish. Oh, God, I do. Okay, we gotta let him take it, remember. No way. No way. Bro. Dude, come on. There we go. Challenge complete. See, there's the gorge. We did it. No pole, no reel, and no hook. God, I don't even know how I did that, but we got her done. All right. Okay, just so you Karens out there can see, it's out. He's good. That didn't even take that long, folks. Thought it was gonna take a lot longer than that. Thank you. That's the first fish I've ever caught on a gorge, so feels pretty good. Later. All right. There he goes. Boom, baby. That was awesome. But obviously, that was fun as crap. So I'm gonna keep fishing. And hopefully we're gonna get on some more. And also real quick, in the wild you can use pine cones as bobbers. Since I threw one on there. You can use pine cones, you can use sticks, you can use feathers. So there is options for bobbers in the wild. If you were to actually be in a survival situation, you could literally make all of this. I just didn't because I'm not in a survival situation right now. But one day, if I ever am, I would know how to do it. So I wanted to share that with you guys real quick. So we're gonna keep fishing now. We got another fish on here. This one actually took it. So we're gonna let him eat it for a couple seconds. Then we're gonna set the hook and hope he doesn't spin it up. So like 3. Oh my God! He mixed up. There we go. Look at the gorge in there. You see that? This little thing. Now that is fish number 2 on the gorge, which is just crazy because this is literally my first time doing this. Well, not first time doing it, but first time ever catching a fish on it. And it's pretty easy too. It takes a little bit of work, like finding the right material to use, but when it's all said and done, if you're gonna die, this is the route you want to take. Probably give it another half hour, then I'm gonna take out of here and go to bed, because I got work in the morning. So let's keep fishing. Oh, look at that seagull. He's got a big bluegill. Beautiful, beautiful, just bloody beautiful. Oh yes, I got him. Yeah, this is the one. No, he just got away. I'm gonna have to catch his friend now for that. Oh yeah, you like that worm, buddy? Sure. I think he's actually got it this time, folks. Here we go. Yes! Got him! Got him. But guys, the reason that I tried so hard for that fish right there, look at how absolutely beautiful these fish are. I mean, look at that thing. Are you kidding me right now? That is crazy. All right, folks, one last look at this beauty, and we're gonna get her back. Look at that guy. Oh, no, no, no. I don't think so, Mr. Turtle. Nice try, though. Something's got it. I can't see if it's the crappie, though. Probably just a little gill. Oh, my God. Nope, it's just a bluegill. But he went crazy. Alright. That is like number 5, I think. Going back. Later, dude. Still got my worm. Alright, let's get back out there. Let's see if there's anything good over here. Looks like a good little spot here. Oh, bluegill got her. Not a terrible one, actually. I think he's trying to spit it out, though. Ooh. Another one bites the dust. There we go. Nicer bluegill. Ooh, big boy. Come on, take that. Take it. Yep. Biggest fish of the day right here. It's not even close. If I catch this fish, this will be legendary. But he might be too smart. That sucks. That was a big one. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Something new, never done this before, and it went really well, surprisingly. I honestly had low expectations, but that worked amazing. Now you guys can know if you're ever in a survival situation, you know how you're gonna get your food, and it's pretty easy as well. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, honestly. And if you like content like this, fishing content, outdoors content, educational content about the outdoors, go ahead and subscribe for me. That would mean the world. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of next year. So if you guys could help out, that would be incredible. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. And until next time, this is Double G Bassin signing out. Peace. Alright folks, one last look at this beauty, and we're gonna get her back.